Good morning. This is Frank with the Morning Quick Shot brought to you by Trade Stockers and ninZa Pro Traders. Quite a night last night. I think the media was totally wrong on this. I don't think I heard one good thing or one thing saying that they were not going to stay. So much for the media and I guess the Great Britain just stepped out and voiced their opinion really, really strong. So let's take a look. We had a monster rally type yesterday and finished up at about the 21,1950 area as we opened up as the high last night. We had an opening price of 21,1575, and of course, as we saw um, around midnight and just before midnight as it started dropping, overnight lows of 1998.50. So let's talk about what might happen today. Yeah, a lot of volatility. We've made it through several zones. We're definitely below our fib support and our 24-hour VWAP. We hit this bottom last night. I was up watching this news. We hit this right here. Perfect opportunity to go long uh, and just sit here with stops below 94.75 and just be patient this morning with one or two contracts last night, and you did okay. So let's take a look. We went right up into the 42. This was the stopping point as we rotated back up to our way back up to the 2118 area, and I'll show that on the market profile in just a minute. We put in this turn and we put this leverage in here, oh, let's say about a month ago now. So we'll talk about that. We went ahead and moved right up to 24 VWAP here about 3:30 this morning, and just call it consolidating. It's pretty rough out there right now. A lot of movement up and down, just trying to hold this line. Going to look to retest this 24-hour VWAP this morning, and all bets are off. Scenarios. First scenario, let's look to the downside again. When market open, going to be a lot of covering, that's for sure. And then after that, look for a possible double top, climbing up to here for a double top in this zone at the 42 level. And we get to this zone, look for it to bounce right back down. Well, we're probably going to retest the 2016.75 with the way this volatility is almost right away, come back up and retest it here. And if we're really going to go short again, we're going to come right back down and we're going to head down for this bottom. So we're going to probably head to 28, excuse me, 2006.50. Let me spread this out here just a little bit and move on down into this area. Back down to the 2010. Look to come back up and retest this area at the 1675 and then right down, probably looking for double bottom here at the 1999.25 area. Now here's where it gets fun. Going to get a great bounce up there. Maybe even bounce right up back up to this 18 area. Then right back down. So we can get a lot of consolidation in this area while they decide what to do. If it's really a different, a worse down day, you're going to look for a close below this 1995 for shorts. If it gets below here, start looking for next targets in the 85, 75 areas. And you just use the zones. Lowest target I have in here for today is 65. That's a pretty low area. That's a very key area. It's 1965, 1960. Some bleed through with the momentum. They'll carry it down into here and look for another reversal right back up to the 1998 and then go into kind of an up scenario with the reverse zones. Now let's say we punch right up here to this 24-hour VWAP. We're going to pull back a little bit, maybe back to this 20, 30, 75 zone. Look for a hard bounce up into this zone right here at 49. Come back to retest this zone at 42, and if the Bulls can take back control, then look for us to just start breaking up, taking targets and zones at the 56 to 58 area. And as you can see, there was kind of a straight shot, but it won't be that way going back up. Look for targets at 65 with a pullback, probably back down to this 50 level again. Then look for the move back up. These are going to be some wild swings today. Use your targets and your zones. Get out early if you're going to trade. Recommendation is don't. Just don't trade. It could be some big winners for you, but it could really be some big losses. The bid-ask spreads are going to be wide. Just be very, very cautious. And again, don't trade. If we move up to this 56 area, obviously retracement all the way up. We go to the 71 area in this zone, followed by the 75, all the way up into this 88, and look for some pullbacks into here. It's going to be kind of ugly going through here as well. Nothing's going to be a straight line unless some kind of news is released to warrant this. At 88, probably the high for today. If we can manage to get to there, look for a move back down into some basic zone in the 66 area, and then be cautious of where it is. at all times today. Keep an eye on this 24-hour VWAP and see if it's going to hold. It'll trail up pretty tight. If we go up, and market will pull back to this 24-hour VWAP, look for a bounce, get above fib support and above the 24-hour. So be cautious with your trading. If you have any questions, contact Frank at tradestalkers.com. Now, let's take a quick look at the market profile. First of all, here's what we've been looking for the last month in the targets. And those are the swing trades with me at this 20, 25 level here. Uh, Started watching for trades. We got up into here, and this is where we went long at 42, 43. You can see the wrap here. We had about a 12 or 15 point stop down into here and trailed it all the way up. Some people took targets here at target one, some at target two, some waited and held or had three contracts on. All the way up. Targets hit yesterday. Totally unexpected to get hit that quick, but we'll take it. And of course, the news and the pullback for last night. It's a good thing we were out. A little bit of luck involved there, guys. Uh, let's look at the 4-hour chart. This shows our targets for the last 8 days and what our goal was. We expected this next week sometime, but we're going to take it. So as we pulled all the way back into this 2000 level, found good support right down in here. The value area low for this whole area was the 8150. So possibilities today, we'll use the 4-hour chart. As we come back up again, look for this 42 level. We need to close above 42 level and then look for it to come back down and test right down through it and then go long. Now be careful as it comes back through. Make sure we're going long. First target at 50 and then should run right up to the 57 target and possibly up to 74 and then look for a pullback of some type. Now, if we don't get a close above this 42 this morning and it starts closing back below here at 40, I'd say about 41, 40 short, look for first target at 2025, look for the pullback up into this 35 area and look for us to go down and double and test this double bottom here at 99. After that, all bets are off. Look for pull back to come back up into this 2116 area and then moving down into our morning zones for lower area, the 94 to 85s outside of that area low and our targets that we talked before in the other chart. So be cautious. Again, as I said, if you have any questions, contact Frank at Trade Stalkers and have a great day.